Galnet News, keeping your galaxy in focus. 20th of August, 3301. In today's top stories, pirate POWs pack prisons. Florence Lavigny calls for calm from her people. Imperial Citizenry pays tribute to the late Emperor. And the Federation continues debate on war. And now, the latest from the Pegassi pirate warfront. Stemming from the United Imperial offensive has taxed the logistical prowess of the Empire. Supplies, ships, and personnel must be transported up to hundreds of light years from their source to the Pegassi sector. Provisioning the Imperial fleet over such distances is a monumental task in itself, but the steady stream of prisoners of war extradited to Imperial space must also be provisioned, guarded, and accommodated. Many prisoners await judgment by the Pilots Federation for their crimes, while others face judgment in Imperial courts. With many thousands of prisoners now in custody, accommodation is becoming an issue. Prisoners are currently held in hundreds of locations, creating additional logistical problems. Sources within Empire have indicated that a search for a suitable penal station capable of holding all of the prisoners has begun. Mourning as well as unrest still follow the wake of the death of the Imperial Emperor. In her first public appearance since the death of her fiancé, Emperor Hengist Duval, on their wedding day, Florence Lavigny made a short statement in the Imperial Palace press hall and answered a few questions. Her comments come among rising tensions on Capitol. She had stated, quote, "We must remember proper decorum in this sad time. Our beloved Emperor would not want his death to be used as an excuse for some of the unpleasantness seen in our city. We should mark his passing with proper quiet reflection and respect for our fellow citizens." End quote. Although clearly devastated by the loss of her longtime friend, she maintained an air of regal dignity, providing a glimpse of what she might have been as an Empress Regent. As well as calling for calm, she recalled earlier times with the Emperor in his youth, even some events while her first husband Prince Aristide Lavigny was still alive. These anecdotes forced smiles from even the most somber reporters gathered there. And continuing on the Imperial front, far from the Hall of Martyrs, Imperial citizens across the Empire have been paying tribute to the late Emperor. Many local system authorities have renamed landmarks and buildings in his honor, and a few have commissioned architects and artists to create new memorials in local capitals. The grandest of these designs has been commissioned by the Fascist Empire Party on Topaz, featuring a modernistic interpretation of the late Emperor sat atop a triumphal arch in the capital's main square. A statement released by the Fascist Empire Party reads, "This minimalist sculpture will represent the spirit of the late Emperor, and all those who went before him, as a caretaker watching over the people." Pilots' bars have become more akin to literary salons of late, as commanders attempting to unravel the mystery behind Brendan Paul Darius's motives and determine the existence of a possible mastermind behind the shocking assassination. Perhaps the greatest tributes have come from the ordinary Imperial citizenry. In the days since the Emperor's death, the Office of Imperial Statistics has reported a 16% upsurge in newborn males being named Hengist, reflecting the populace's great affection for their late head of state. And finally, moving on to federal space, dissent is growing within Federation Congress over the situation in the Pegassi sector. Though many view the Pegassi pirate war as a chance to let the Empire waste their resources, a growing contingent is becoming frustrated with the Federation's lack of response. Congressman McGran argued in Congress today saying, quote, "Tolerating such rampant lawlessness in our sphere of influence makes us look increasingly feckless. If we don't react with a show of force, it's an open invitation for every would-be warlord to subjugate Federation space." Congresswoman Fay responded, quote, "Involving ourselves in the same war as the Empire is just asking for a security and diplomatic nightmare. Frankly, I trust these Empire pilots little more than I so Archon Delane." Debate continues in Congress over taking a more active stance in the war. At last count, over 140 Federation systems and 89 billion citizens were under the control of the Kumo crew. That's the Galnet news for today. This has been Chip Washington. Tune in next time to keep your galaxy in focus.